Okay, I figured out my key to success. Now I'm locked in. I learned how to open doors like a locksmith.
All right. Welcome back again to the Locked In podcast. You're locked in.
Gonna lock in that record button real quick.
Yeah. So we started recording, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. And then producer Richard behind the scenes here informed us that he never hit record.
So it's all good in the hood, though, man. So we're warmed up, voice box, nice and warmed up.
Yeah, we're ready to go now. You're logged in with DK and Atwood. I'm Atwood. Killer to my left is DK. We are at the Next Element Academy here in Myrtle Beach. Happens to be DK's place of business and
home away from home. I'm literally here just about as much as I'm at home.
Yeah. And today, well, past episode, we talked about jiu-jitsu, the belts,
a lot of MMA.
Yeah.
Now
today we want to focus on the art form that everybody, no matter how big of a fan you are of combat sports, everyone loves striking.
Yeah. Or just like when you see a fight on
YouTube,
World Star or whatever,
right.
You know, you're like, man, he just knocked him out.
Yeah.
You know? Or when that dude hit that guy with the twisted T.
Like, smacked him with the twisted T.
Man, I watched that over and over and over again. They got
well, they start doing remix videos. It's like, what is that? What is that one with Fars like, and boom, few times I went around that track.
And then it's like, doom, 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 doom. It's like a replay of him just smacking that guy in the face. I can't believe that guy survived that, man.
That was a bad one.
Dude,
yeah.
He smacked him in the face with that thing, and that thing just exploded.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the can was closed. They just, I bet you the twisted T sales skyrocketed after that. It was everywhere.
Yeah, that guy, they better be sending him free stuff, free
I think
cases
they did.
of Twisted Tea.
I think they did, especially because the white dude was, saying a word he shouldn't have been saying. So I think that they were commending the dude from smacking the dog shit out of him.
Dude. Anyways, yeah, it's all, and when you hear fight, you come running it as well. So it usually starts with the hands. When I was a kid and I was fighting, I always thought it was that's how you just punch somebody in, but in a real life situation, man, you're gonna break your hand if you punch somebody in the.
Well, a lot of people also don't know. This is something I learned in karate. Whenever you throw a punch, the two knuckles that are supposed to land are the index in the middle.
Bang.
And I learned that the hard way too.
It's like you break your hands landing on these outer two. Yeah.
So I got in a fight. Quick little story. I was on the bus and this kid was talking shit about my mom. So my bus stop was coming up, and I knew I had it all planned out in my head. I'm like, I'm just going to pop the dude at my bus stop.
And I'm running off.
And get off, right? So I went and I sat beside him, and I was doing karate, and I knew better, to punch him the way I did, but just didn't care. And I ended up punching him. I did something called a boxer's punch, where I hit him with my
boxer's fracture.
Boxer fracture, that's it.
Yeah.
And I hit him with my pinky only, and my knuckle went back to here. So whenever I explained to my mom what I did, well, no, I went like this, but I just cut it and so, I mean, it's
starting off. A lot of people, they over rotate,
right?
That's what they do, man. They hit that pinky,
and I mean, his eye was black for a week, so success.
You win,
right? Yeah, I won, and he went down. So cool, got me some points with the people on the bus, But yeah, I learned the hard way early on, and everyone loves a good scrap. So today we're going to talk about just striking in all of combat sports. The first dude we're going to talk about is a guy that you had brought up. You can go ahead and hit play if you'd like, Richard. So I'll let you kind of introduce this guy.
Hickey Holtzken. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, he's Deutsch.
But Dutch dude, bam, knockout right hand. He's got a good lead jab and a good lead hook as well. So he'll pair up that jab with his lead hook as well, or his rear uppercut, how he pokes it underneath. Yeah.
Oh.
And we were talking about earlier, his uppercuts, how they come from the hips. And normally, that's like a thing you wouldn't do, is throw uppercuts from the hip. But obviously the guy's got 112 fights, right. Over 100 kickboxing fights with 94 wins. and 47 knockouts somewhere around in there. I mean, come on, man. Like,
jeez.
You can't really tell the guy, hey, pal, pick your hands up and do what you want. Or, I mean, he can do what he wants, not so. God,
there's another one.
Liver shot, man.
And in this particular fight, I mean, that dude's body was already. That's the second liver shot. He
and he's kicking him too, right? Like he's kicking him in the body. This guy doesn't want to continue, man. Like he's gonna touch him, and then it's just a bang, bang, boom. I think he
ends up getting him with a knee.
And see this Dutch style, that's punches and bunches, and usually they end with a kick. But he hit him with a liver shot, and they call it. But it's just, man, he's like punches and bunches, chop. Punches and bunches, chop. Catches a kick, throws a knee off of that. That's just traditional Muay Thai right there. Catch a kick, follow up knee. And it's just, man, he's a young cat. Seems young anyways, but professional boxer as well. And so what's going on is he's throwing a lot of punches and combinations and ending with kicks. And that's what I try to do with my team and our kickboxers and the fighters is throw your bunches, get the hands going up high so they forget about the kicks. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's all he's doing. He's getting the hands up high and then making people pay with the kicks or the body shot, liver shot, because he's got the hands up high. Boom. He lifts his knee up high.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, and he loves that jump.
Yeah, and it's when you're throwing those hooks to the outside, they go to cover up on the outside, and your knee can just come right up the middle, So,
man, I've never experienced a liver shot, dude. But I've been told that it just shuts the whole body down.
Yeah. It just shuts you down, man. You fall, and you're done for a little bit. So it's like you're trying to. It's like you get the wind knocked out of you, but
sometimes it's like a delayed reaction too, right? Like you won't feel it until
you'll hit it, and you're like. You're like, it feels like you've been stabbed in the stomach, right? Like you're like, you're trying to breathe, but you can't.
Yeah. The next dude we're going to jump into, going to the sport of boxing real quick. Also another guy that you had brought up that you'd like to talk about. Lomachenko.
Vasily Lomachenko, yeah. And so very unorthodox as far as like his training methods is concerned. Again, punches and bunches. Does angles, step-offs to uppercuts, because people are trying to square up. When he steps to the side,
like that
guy's got to square up, right? He's got to face him in order to fight him. And so by him being able to step off an angle and then, throw a combination on there and then pawing at the glove.
Yeah, I'm not going to front like I've watched a ton of boxing. But I don't know if I've ever noticed that in real time. Like him just like you said, pawing at the lead glove just to get it out of place.
Bang, bang.
Right. Yeah. Like that. He even reached across.
He scoops it.
Yeah.
Scoops it down, throw a hook over top. He used his lead hand to reach across and grab that other guy's right hand
nasty, man.
Yeah. It's nice, man.
How many fights did you say this guy had?
So as an amateur, he went 301.
It's crazy. Right. I only know one guy.
Come on, man.
With that kind of record, and we're going to talk about him in a little bit. But
so you got Triple G. Triple G.
Oh, really?
Is a boxer. Sorry,
right.
Is a boxer, and he had 300 boxing matches as well. But I want to say he went 302 or something like that, which is just unbelievable. And these guys are all from overseas,
right?
I think
is he? I could be wrong. Is he Ukrainian
or Uzbekistan?
Okay. No. I think I'm thinking of
maybe Triple G might be Uzbekistan. Man, a lot of people will watch it, be like, "No, he was this." I don't know, man. Like, he looks like a white guy to me. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, he really does. Yeah,
he really does. Like he looks like a white guy from New Jersey or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, here he is in the Olympics, gold medalist in 2008 and I think 2012. He's gold medalist. Or is that
I think that's Ukraine. Yeah,
Ukraine. Listen, what am I talking about? Look at the post on. See how he posted on the head.
Yeah,
head movement. Bang, bang, bang. punches in bunches. Bang, bang, bang.
Man.
So, yeah.
It's just nasty. Yeah, it's definitely Ukraine.
And so his dad took him out of boxing when he was in his 20s or after this because his dad wanted him to be prepared for as a man. He wanted to turn pro as a man when he's 25. So Vasily doesn't have a whole lot of pro boxing fights. I think he's what do we say, 19-2 or 17-2, something like that. And so
the way he just moves out of the way, dude.
Yeah, most people like with a 17-2 record don't fight as good a people as he's fights.
Right.
You know, but like they can't find him. He moves out of the way. Look, see, he's like bang, bang, bang.
The way he moves to the side, it kind of like, if I had to compare it to like an MMA fighter, it kind of reminds me of like a Dominic Cruz.
Yes.
He's just never there.
Yeah. The only problem with Dominic Cruz is look at his stance.
Yeah.
You know, Dominic Cruz is always switching his stance and his head movement is always like bouncing like ridiculously side to side. He's more efficient with his movement.
Right.
Right. Whereas TJ Dillashaw and, who'd you say, Dominic Cruz?
Yeah.
They're very inefficient, I feel like, in their movement, like with their footwork. Like him, he cuts angles and he's able to move in different ways, you know?
Right on.
So,
another guy, this guy I wanted to talk about is old Raymond Daniels. Now, we had talked about him fighting Nikki Holtzkin, Holtzkin. This dude now is probably, he's in his 40s. Wow. Got to be. I think he's doing like the karate combat stuff now. That kick right there, what is that called?
Man, I missed it. What was that? It was like a switch spinning back kick?
Yeah. So, run it back. Up a little bit further. A little bit further. Boom.
You know, I think that's his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Just made him split.
Yeah, so he goes low and he uses that to push off to do it. It's like a tornado kick. But all it is a spinning heel kick. He set it up by throwing his lead foot kind of push kick and pushed off of that.
The swagger. Look at him.
Yeah.
That's a young Raymond Daniels.
But
does the karate combat stuff now, but I know he was fighting in Bellator.
Bellator for a little bit.
He had that punch that blew up. I'm sure they'll show it here. They might show it here in a minute.
And
but,
that was the same kick.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
Like that's video game shit right there.
Yes,
Michael Venom, another great striker.
And that Michael Venom Page is a point kickboxer.
I could see that. Man, this dude's kicks are just like the placement of that right there.
Yeah, and notice how when he starts to spin, watch the head. He starts to spin, but he looks behind him where he's going so he can see where he's striking. It happens so fast, but like, how many times has he drilled that?
Oh, yeah. 1,000.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It has to be 1,000 times. You know, it's like that Bruce Lee thing. You don't practice, 10,000 kicks, one time.
Right.
Practice one kick 10,000 times. And he has practiced that spinning back kick over.
I mean, that's like his bread and butter.
That's it, man.
Look at that.
See how he starts to spin and his head follows. Boom. His head looks before his body gets there. Look. See? Yeah. Looks, bang!
Oh, shit.
It's like a whipping motion.
I love watching Raymond Daniels fight.
And so, like, it's more kicks, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a big kicker.
Mm-hmm.
There's, what was that?
It's like the karate combat
WKL or some shit like that.
He had that one punch that went viral in his Bellator fights, the 720 punch. I'm sure you saw that, right? He set it up like he was going to do like a spinning back.
Yeah, but he spun around and threw
one more time and
punch,
threw a punch and just stoned the guy. Oh, that's this guy. Yeah. That's it. He went viral for that. But the guy is, man, he's nasty.
Yeah, he's very fast. I'm not a huge fan because like of all the kicks.
I think he actually fought Venom Page in the point fighting
really?
too a while back. I think we just saw. I think that was it right there. Oh no, not that one, but there's another one. That was him. So another guy that I want to talk about, and then we'll kind of talk about some local stuff. Jeremiah just had a great fight in Atlanta for the Grand Prix. We'll talk about that. You're about to see, arguably, the greatest boxer of all time.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of this guy.
Yeah, but this guy is Charlie Zelenoff.
Charlie Zelenoff.
I think he's 318-0.
Oh, which one is he?
It's the one with goat on the back.
Oh, my God.
So let me give you a little backstory to this guy.
All right.
He will go around to gyms, like actual, not fighting gyms, like lifting gyms, LA Fitness, stuff like that. And he'll have somebody put the gloves on, like, do you want to spar? And they'll be like, yeah, sure, okay. And then he just starts throwing bombs on them.
Jesus. And
tries to sucker punch him. And then afterwards, after they're like, I'm done, he's like, all right, well, I won. And he'll walk away. So I didn't think you'd ever seen this dude.
Oh, my God.
But
and the other guys like, dude, what are you doing?
Exactly. So I will give him this.
Crap.
The dude has balls. He talked a lot of shit to Deontay Wilder, showed up to the gym to fight Deontay Wilder, and they fought. And Deontay, you could tell he was pulling back, right? But almost killed the man. And he also showed up to fight this 16-year-old kid.
Oh, my God.
And the kid beat the brakes off of him.
Yeah, dude. Because he's just throwing, man. He's just throwing haymakers.
Man. Yeah.
This guy.
Richard, see if you could pull up the Deontay Wilder one real quick.
This kid, man.
He just sucker punches people. Watch. Hold on. Don't go to watch. There he's like trying.
Dude, he's not even laced up.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
and
all
he
right,
puts his hand up.
This kid right here is 16.
Oh, yeah. I think I did see this.
Yeah.
I have seen this.
And dude, the kid ends up putting him in like a rear naked choke in the end of it with boxing gloves on and just choking him. But this guy, look, he called time. He's like, I need a break.
He's like, no, dude. Yeah, I did see this. Yeah.
So if you found yourself in one of the positions of these people he just walked up on, do you restrain yourself or do you just beat him?
Man, if that dude came up to me and was like, man, I'm going to do exactly what that 16-year-old kid did to him. He's going to get.
Oh, there's Deontay Wilder one right there. Won it, dude. Got the kid running. I mean, the only thing I can give him credit for is just having balls, dude.
Man.
And Deontay goes
he about laid him out.
Watch what's about to happen. If Deontay would have connected on this one shot, I think he tries to throw another shot while he's down. And he just misses just barely. And this is obviously the beginning of Deontay's career. I think he might have just became heavyweight champion or something at this point.
Oh, wow. And that guy walked in there to spar him?
Yeah. Talked a lot of shit on the internet.
Oh, wow.
And, ooh. Well, here it comes.
And he's like, you done now?
I can't believe he even, dude, if he would have hit him with that, that guy would be dead.
Man, his head would have been popped off like a Pez dispenser. Look, he moved this guy out of the way. He's like, boom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Charlie Z, man.
Crazy, man. Charlie
one of the greatest
Z.
ever, dude.
Oh, man.
It's just a running joke on the internet.
Not good. But
so
yeah, dude, that's I mean, obviously I've never had somebody come in to any gym I've ever and just said that they would beat everybody's ass in there or they wanted to fight.
Right. You do, and we'll do an episode on that one day. People who just walk into gyms and challenge people.
I guess like back in the day when there used to be a Helson Gracie like jiu-jitsu gym like in our same shopping center.
Oh, wow.
But it was over across the parking lot a little ways. Mm-hmm. But while we were before I moved down here, I guess there was a guy that was on Teen Mom that he was trying to be a MMA fighter, and he went to that gym, and dudes messed him up. Dude. And they filmed it, and they filmed him getting his ass kicked. So,
wow.
I mean, dude, it was
bad, huh?
It was bad. Like, I wouldn't want people doing that at my gym.
Right.
Now, needless to say, that gym didn't last much longer after that. But
it's just a bad look on the business.
A bad look. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know he came to your MMA gym, but I mean, dude, they were.
You can do it the right way, though. You know, there's a way of doing it the right way.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree. And I've seen videos of people that'll go to a boxing gym. Like, there was this older man who showed up to a boxing gym and told the coach he wanted to spar him. And the coach, I think, might have been the only one there. And he's like, okay. And he was all calm and everything till they started the round. And then he let him know, like, after he hit him a couple good times, he's like, you don't do this, man. You don't come to a gym and challenge the coach of all people, you know, and tell me you're a street fighter.
Yeah. There's an MMA guy, I guess, went to some gyms, too, and told them that, you know, he wanted to spar the best guy that they had. And, you know, he's got his deadly touch, you know.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
So it's ridiculous.
We're going to pull up the one that says, when a bully travels an hour to my boxing gym and challenges the boxing coach.
Oh, man.
You may have seen this one.
Oh, bullies.
And the coach, he reveals at some point that he just had hip surgery. The coach is, you know, obviously the one in the yellow.
Yeah, I have seen this before.
You have?
Yeah,
it just messes him up.
And he's being really cool about it, but he's like, then he's, you know, the guys.
I think after he starts getting some licks off, he starts, you know, like, you know, it starts amping him up a little bit, and you could tell. He hits him with one body shot. Fast forward it a little bit, Richard.
He films the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's like, film him putting gloves on, and the guy's like.
And you could tell this dude in the blue, like, man, this dude. When's the last time you think he fought?
He doesn't know anything.
No, look, that dude could have already knocked him out. That's just, skip to the good stuff. That's kind of hard to watch. Oh, okay. He gets him with a good body shot at some point. That was nothing, too. Just
that was like 10% maybe.
Yeah,
he just went dook right over the top with a right hand, and dude fell.
Now the dude's starting to question it a little bit.
Yeah, he's like, "Come on, man! Like, we gonna spar or not? Like, no, you wanted to spar? We gonna spar? Let's go." That's what I'd be like, come on, dude, you wanted to do this, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, we got 3 minutes. Dang, one left hook, down. Oh, chased him, right hand, down again. Oh, man.
I just pride myself in knowing that I wouldn't be that bad.
Maybe.
You know.
Maybe.
No, there's no way I would be as bad as that old guy.
Yeah, maybe not.
No way. Now, somebody like you could make me look that bad, obviously, yeah, but at least I'm not putting my hand down like this. And
he doesn't really understand anything, but
maybe
the boxing goes, he's just flowing, man. He's just like pop, pop, pop.
Now, without getting too specific, have you ever had to do anything like that with anybody who's just come in for a class and just going way too hard?
Well,
and like, all right,
I had to do it with a student, you know, like he's beating up a lot of people, not beating up, I guess you could say, but if we're going 30%, and that's the coach is saying, hey, 30%, guys, 30%. And he said it numerous times. I wasn't coach that day. I saw that on the outside, and they're doing sparring. I went, put my hand wraps on, my shin guards, my gloves. And the person that was going too hard, I said, hey, we're next. Mm-hmm. And he went too hard on me, and, you know, I started exchanging as hard as I could.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
but everybody in the class was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Everybody stopped. I mean, he tried to bum rush. He tried to take me down. You know,
really?
He actually pushed me. I fell backwards up against the wall, and dude, he was coming at me on top. And so I had to like get up and get on I was fortunately, man, I was able to get up and get on top, and I didn't do anything after it because he was on his back, and I mean, I could have just hurt him so bad, man.
I actually,
and he didn't last. You know, I was just like, man, you're done, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna come in here, and because it's repeated. It didn't happen one time.
Right.
It didn't happen the 2 times. You know, it was numerous warnings, numerous times, and like when you go in with somebody and you have to go and stop and in the middle of a sparring match, something's going on. You're not like physically like you're trying to hurt somebody when you're like, and then you're like, calm down. What?
Yeah.
What are we woo-sawing for, bro? Like, we're sparring, man. And like, and so it takes a long time to get comfortable sparring where you don't want to treat it like a fight, you know? So that's why it's like, you got to come to more classes, do your striking technique over and over, do your bag work over and over and over, and know what the power, know if you're going to get tired in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you do bag work on a bag for 3 minutes straight. So you know throwing constant punches for 3 minutes all out is going to make you exhausted.
Right.
You know,
that's definitely a pride thing.
It's definitely a pride.
It's proving a point or trying to prove to somebody, and I know who you're talking about, and I kind of feel bad because I'm the one that told him to come here. Oh, word. So I picked him up whenever I was driving Uber. I picked him up from another gym one night.
Yes, I think you did tell me about that.
Yeah. And the only reason I know who you're talking about is because you've never told me that story, but somebody else has mentioned it before. And yeah, so he was like, I don't know how we got on the subject of martial arts.
No, he wanted a fight gym is what he wanted. He wanted that, you know, but it's just the way you go about it is like the way he obviously went about it is that's not what we do. Like, we're not just here to beat up each other. And that's what the big misconception about MMA and
we talked about that too, like fight gym, academy.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like we're an academy here to learn and get better each and every day and make each other better, you know, not just come in here and beat each other's head in because if your best sparring or your best fights are in the gym,
that's not good.
That's not good. Like, you need to have your best fights on the day that you have the fight, right? Not in here. Like, here, we're working. I was mentioning, and to get off subject a little bit, not off subject, but still in terms of thinking of getting better, I had kids' competition class this morning. And at the end, I'll say, everybody know who Michelangelo is? Or, you know, or Leonardo da Vinci, you know, I said, when they had to do artwork or they had to do sculptures even, the sculpture started out as a bare piece of marble, a big block, right? Which is what a person starting jiu-jitsu is, right off the rip.
Any martial art,
bare,
it's just a canvas, blank canvas, right?
Blank canvas, you know, and it's like every day you're chiseling off a little bit of that marble to now you formed a little bit of a structure, you know what I'm saying? After like several years, you got it, you know? After you get your black belt, now it's like, you got some type of statue there, but now it's time to polish that statue and make it nice and smooth and where the lines meet and everything flows nice and smoothly and interconnects and intertwines regularly.
I'm picturing this in my head while you're describing it.
I'm telling you, man, it's like that's what it is in jiu-jitsu. Like, that's what we have to do. We're an artist, and this is our art, and striking is an art as well. And so you can't just be this bulky block of marble. You have to polish it every single day. You have to chisel out a little bit that's coming to class and learning stuff. Not coming to class and doing things on your own and learning from YouTube. Yes, that's okay. Do that as supplemental stuff.
Because that'll only take you so far. I mean, especially when it comes to jiu-jitsu, good luck.
Yes, like, you don't have a coach sitting there, hey, man, when you throw this right hand, your back foot's actually coming off the ground when you throw your right hand. So you're like leaning in a little bit too much. Or when you throw your jab, you're kind of leaning forward a little bit too much on your jab. So that's going to cause you to get kicked in that lead leg a little more. Or your stance is too wide. Or you're crisscrossing your feet one way. It's things that you're not thinking about because you're thinking about the strike on the bag or doing this kick, right? You're not thinking about, all right, my right hand's down and my head's wide open, but I just landed the kick. But your defense isn't perfect. And so that's where it's like we have to practice perfection in striking, because one little mix-up, and jiu-jitsu as well, if we're not constantly perfecting the practice, perfect practice makes perfect, not practice makes perfect. Right. We can practice shitty all day long.
My dad said the same thing growing up.
Yeah, my wrestling coach, I didn't hear it until, I was in New Jersey, and Dan O'Cone was, he helped, he was my private wrestling coach up there, and he would be like, and me and my partner, we would drill for an hour, like constantly trying to perfect it. And he was like, we can practice shitty all day long. Perfect practice makes perfect. Constantly perfecting the technique,
Right.
And so if we can perfect the technique, then there is no flaw, right? There is no opening.
Yeah.
But there is no perfection either.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That was a very good point. And speaking of, the academy here, Jeremiah just had a fight in Atlanta. Was it last weekend or the weekend? 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Great fight. Didn't last very long, which is always a good thing.
A minute maybe.
Right.
And
did he get hip tossed, or was it like a
he got hip tossed,
and then he got up and then he stoned the guy with an overhand right, I believe, or maybe just a right hook.
Yeah, so the guy had an overhook around his neck,
and,
and hip tossed him, judo throw, hip tossed him, and so Jay-Z scrambled, and they ended up back standing, and Jay-Z threw a right hand and landed.
Oh yeah,
it landed the first one, and then it kind of wobbled the guy, and then that's when that dude, he tried to. His nickname was the Ground Shark. I think we talked about that.
We did,
you know, the Ground Shark. Like, come on, man. Like, that's what we're doing. Anyways,
I mean, I've heard worse nicknames, to be honest.
Dude has some good. He has some submission wins, but like he gets knocked. His last fight, he got knocked out.
Oh, okay.
And so we knew his chin was kind of like suspect. And Jay-Z even talked about it in like press conference and stuff like that leading up to the fight.
Yeah, I saw that. I said he was going to touch his chin.
Anyways, the guy, the Jay-Z hit him with a right hand. The dude tried to shoot for a takedown. Jay-Z stuffed, hit a little knee, and then the guy was like trying to get him in a clinch, and Jay-Z just came over the top. Boop,
yeah, that was
right
beautiful,
hand,
man.
And dropped him, and they stopped the fight. So, that was a good fight, good win for him.
Yeah.
As far as like the tournament and everything, we don't know if that's gonna even happen anymore, because they didn't have the promotion didn't hardly have anybody there.
And they rented out like an arena.
It was a fantastic facility.
Right.
Getting in the place was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But,
and then they messed up the walkout.
Yeah,
I think they did that on purpose. I'm not going to lie.
Well, here's the thing, man. It's like they had a radio DJ there that's traditionally a radio DJ. Your people, bro.
Your people.
Anyways, he shows up like he's doing a dance at somebody's house or something, like somebody's quinceañera or something like that. Did I say that right?
I don't know, dude.
I think I said it right. Quinceañera.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, like he's going to do somebody or a bat mitzvah. Did I say that right? Bat
mitzvah. I think that's how you do it.
Anyways.
Don't hate me if I did it wrong.
Yeah, I'm not. But
yeah, like
he's going to show up for somebody's party or whatever. He's got 2 speaker stands. So 4 speakers total, like in this arena. The arena's got a big sound system and everything. So
maybe they just didn't let him tap into it or
something. Happened. I don't know what was going on with this promotion, man. But anyways, he plays this song. I'm like, and Jay-Z's like, this isn't my song. I'm like, I came out to this song once actually. Like this is it was Let's Go by Trick Daddy,
Yeah.
But still, it's like he had this walkout song that was for him, and I know that, man. When your walkout songs, you're like, ooh.
It's kind of like, you're
like, dude,
it's just a mind game.
Well, you're thinking about that now.
Yeah.
Like you're thinking about, dude, they messed up now what else is going to go wrong?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've had it happen to me before where I've had to walk out to some song that's like, what song is this, man? Like, this is not what is this?
It's not what I've prepared. That's not what I've been listening to and visualizing, this entire camp or whatever.
Yeah. Because when you're walking, dude, what I used to find my walkout song, I'd be on the way to practice and I'd be getting pumped up, bro, like on my walkout song or whatever I was going to listen to and like singing it and everything else, you know?
Yeah.
And thinking I'm a G about to go rob somebody or do something, some type of gangster stuff. You know, that's what I'd be. I'd be like, fo on my hip.
I can only imagine, dude.
Kicking the door,
what I would do to be a fly on the wall or
a
fly on the window in that car, right?
Yeah, man. Listen to Biggie.
Real quick before, while we still got the cameras here, have a fight coming up for Austin this week.
Dude, Wednesday, so it's just crazy.
Yeah, and that's the one that got postponed about a month ago.
Wednesdays are fun, man. I fought on Wednesdays on a Wednesday. My first 2 pro fights were on Wednesday night.
Right on.
Yeah, because it's cheaper to rent the
venue
that way. But their reasoning
was the security, right?
Security. They canceled the first show, because they didn't have enough cops. They need 10 cops per 1,000 people, which is stupid.
Yeah.
So
it's Myrtle Beach, man.
It's ridiculous.
You just never know. Right.
You know, like 10 cops per 1,000 people.
But we're looking forward to that, man. I'm going to be there. I think pretty much the whole academy.
Yeah, we're shutting down the academy, so I'm telling everybody to go.
We're going to go. It's going to be great. So good luck, obviously, to Austin, and hopefully the other promotion that Jeremiah was fighting for can get that stuff together, man, because 100K is life-changing. And Jeremiah is a great – he's a great dude, but he's also a fun person to watch.
Yeah, he is. And, dude, they didn't even pay him his full purse either, so I'm just go ahead and put that out there. You know, it sucks, man.
So sometimes
what he was supposed to get paid, he did not get paid.
Man.
They told him to wait, and then they finally got some money. He got like half of what he was supposed to get, and they're going to make payments. Which is so. If you think $100,000 tournament is going to happen, I just don't.
Yeah, I agree.
See anything happening after that? You know what I'm saying? Coming back from that, you know.
Yeah,
so,
but if all else fails, man, it was a great performance.
It was, and it was. You know, hopefully promotion learns from it and get better from there. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, just in case. We're only working with one camera today. Our other camera's been having issues, so we just set up like this, which, still good. I mean, we're here, we're doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and wrap it for today. Talked a lot about a lot of different strikers, and obviously, like, we could go on and on and on about the great
Mike
strikers.
Tyson.
Yeah.
From
all different.
All over, but we're just picking kind of like here and now, like some thoughts that kind of come in the head,
right?
Both mixed martial arts, boxing, and these are also people that I watch too to kind of get moved. Like Lomachenko is like,
and plus if we could sit here and we could talk about Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva, but everybody knows those people and they've seen that. So I'm glad we got to harp on some people that maybe the casual fan doesn't know about. So that was cool, man. It was educational, and then I introduced you to the greatest ever, Charlie Zelenoff.
Oh, Charlie Z! Wow, I'll never forget him, man.
All right, well, we'll wrap it. You want to tell the people what they can do?
Yeah, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. Our YouTube. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Atwood, and we're gonna keep these things pumping out every week. Yeah, and sooner or later, I think I found a website I can use to put everything on Spotify and stuff like that. So we will have all the stuff up on Spotify. We're gonna have some guests here pretty soon as well. Yep. So excited for that. Look out for that. So yeah, cool, man. Well, hey, as always, appreciate you. Yep. Stay locked in. Till next time. Boom.